This podcast is intended for adults 18 years and older. It contains explicit language and sexual situations. All thoughts and opinions expressed are of our own and not of those of any specific group, employer, or individual, and is not intended to take as professional advice.
Welcome to the Foreplay Podcast. Join the journey, experiences, and sexual adventures of two high school sweethearts navigating through the swinging lifestyle as millennials. Come along for the ride. Dare to play?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Foreplay Podcast. This is Bella.
This is Jase.
Today's episode is our Bliss Cruise November 2025 highlights review. Well, not highlights review. Highlights podcast.
Yeah.
Where we talk about all the little bits and bobs and fun things that happen that isn't enough for a full podcast episode, but it's just all the fun things that happened.
Yeah, and it's not like, they're not like spicy story times either, so it's literally just memories that we had along the way.
Yeah.
These are some of my favorite podcasts to film, is just going back and kind of like reliving the cruise in a sense after you get off of it.
Yeah.
And so we've said this before, but we always, like, during the cruise, you write down things that are memories or something that happens. And I would recommend that if you guys are on a cruise and you want to go back and relive it, sometimes it's fun to write down like really big highlights that happen, because you forget that stuff happened. And then you'll go back over it and look at it and you'll be like, oh my God.
And it doesn't have to be just when you're on a cruise, of course. It could be any event that you go to. We do this for any of the large events that we go to. We don't do as many hotel takeovers as much other than Naughty Nolans, but you don't have to only do it when you're on a cruise, obviously. Even do it whenever you have your experiences, things like that. It's hard sometimes to remember everything. And even Jase is way better at it than I am, but he'll update it at the beginning of every day usually, or whenever it comes up in his brain. Like, we have this running shared collaborative note that says Bliss November 2025 highlights, so we'll go in and we'll continuously update it as we remember things. But he is a lot better at updating it, because I'm too, it's not that I'm too in the moment, but I just forget to update.
Well, I know that if I don't do it like every day, I'm going to forget so many of these fun memories that we have.
I know.
And I enjoy thinking back about some of the memories I feel like you remember. And then some things, it's like a little detail that just really made you laugh or really made you smile, but has to be reawakened by reading it. So it's a really fun thing to do. So that's something you guys can do if you guys could go on like a spicy vacation and you want to just be able to remember it even more. It's almost like when you take pictures, you can go back and relive those memories through those pictures, because you might have forgotten about those things. And that's how these highlights are too. It's just little things that spark those memories, which I feel like make the trips even that much more memorable and fun.
And you can't take pictures of a lot of these things. They're things that happen off the cuff. It's just candid things. There's not usually a way to snap a photo of it. So That's why we like to have the list. And I highly recommend to have a collaborative list with you and your partner, or even if you have a group chat or something and you guys are really close with your friends, to have one that's collaborative so everyone can look at it. It's different than journaling it on your own, which is also a good thing to do as well.
We always start with this highlight every single time. And so if you guys have listened to one of these podcasts in the past, you know where this is going to start. But we always are so thankful, and we just have such an amazing time at our group meetups and our group dinner. We do those every single time for the people who book through us. And it's just a fun little meet and greet that's private for everyone who was booked through us. And it's always such an amazing highlight to meet people that have supported us in that way and get to just have these fun little, discussions and talks and hang out and meet new people, and then also see people who have come on cruises in the past that come again. And it's always like the biggest highlight for me. It's so much fun, and this was a more intimate group this time on Bliss. This was a smaller ship on Bliss, just smaller for November in general. But it was such a great group. I feel like everyone just connected so well, and I had so much fun at our dinner and our meetup. They were so much fun.
I always love it too. It never gets old. Just being able to see the connections and the people and everything in person in real life, it's so human. And I know I say that a lot, but I don't know how else to explain it. It's one thing when it's just on the internet, whenever we're making these, like this content or helping people out or whatever it is in that way. But whenever we are able to see it in person and see people make connections in person and people become friends in person, and then being able to continue those friendships along the way throughout either more future cruises or just being able to keep in touch online afterwards, it's just incredible and I love it so much, and it's always the biggest highlight for us. And we will never be able to express in words how much it means to us. I think the biggest thing is the biggest way that I can think of doing, like expressing our gratitude and expressing how much it means to us, is when we see you guys in person, we give you a hug and just are able to thank you guys in person. And so yeah, we won't talk too much about it, but always one of our highlights. And if you guys are planning on going on a future lifestyle cruise and you're wanting to book through us and have a community, or even just be able to have the option of having a community, like I said, we do these meetups and we do the optional, everything is always optional, and it's just a way for if you want to connect with people on board or before you're able to. But if you're wanting to just help support the channel and help us be able to continue to help other people on their lifestyle journey, if you want to book your future vacation through foreplay.com/travel, or if we're specifically looking for a cruise, foreplay.com/cruise helps us out a ton. It doesn't cost you any extra, it just helps us be able to continue to make content like this, help other people on their journey, and then you also get additional swag, or you're able to be a part of a community if you want to be. And this is something new. We have made insiders cruise guides for both Bliss Cruise and Temptation Cruise, and so this is a full, very long guide that goes over most of the frequently asked questions that we'll send out, so you can be as prepared as you can be before you get on your first spicy cruise. Or if you've already been on one, it does help just as a refresher. It has like all of our links in there for all of the, like, our lights that we recommend, and if you're looking for outfit ideas, we have different boards for that. So it's things like that, and just frequently asked questions that we get asked a lot, and it's like a full comprehensive guide that we're just like, here, this is everything that you would need to know, because I know it can be scary going on one for the first time. And again, that's foreplay.com. That's the number 4OURPLAY.com. Now let's get into the highlights. Why don't you start off with the first highlight? And all of this is, it's not in order. It's all out of order, so it's not like it goes
It's just
in.
random.
Yeah.
But this first one I wrote down was on one of the first days. We got into an elevator like on day 1 or day 2, and this guy was kind of touching his head, and he said he wasn't able to hear right, and you could tell he had a hearing aid.
Yeah.
And then he took his hearing aid off, and he had a dime stuck to it, or a quarter, and I don't know, it was some coin, and he had his hearing aid in his pocket, I guess with his change, and I guess since they're magnetic, the kind that he had that kind of stuck to his head, he was like, oh my God, a damn dime was stuck to
It was so funny.
But he thought he wasn't going to be able to hear very well for the entire
yeah.
cruise because he thought his hearing aid broke, and that would suck so bad.
And
So
thank goodness it was just a quarter stuck to
But see,
it.
this is the perfect kind of example of something I would have totally forgotten about.
I can even when
just-
I'm reading it, I saw the note here and I was like, I do not remember. It says guy with quarter stuck on hearing aid. I was like, what is this? And so then whenever you're talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun to relive everything. This is just fun for us to do as well. I hope it's fun for you guys to listen to. I think it is. You guys said you liked it, so that's why we keep doing it. Next is a group outfit that we did with one other couple. We put it out there for in our friend group, and it was a little bit later, closer to whenever it was gonna sail, so not as many people, either they didn't want to be a part of it or it was too late and they already had thought of something else. But for Rockstar Night, there's been a lot of Rockstar Nights, and we decided instead of Rockstar to do Pop Stars, because it's still music, still musical things.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's the idea of it,
Yeah.
right?
And the idea of it came from like bachelorette parties whenever they'll do a group outfit. Like I remember we saw a group that did a bunch of Lady Gagas, and so I think you thought of it, but Jase was like, why don't we do a bunch of different Britney Spears? So it was just us and one other couple. So we did 4 different Britney Spears, and Jase was Slave for You, Britney. It was incredible. If you want to see photos of it, it's on our Instagram.
Yeah.
On our personal Instagrams. I don't know if it's on our Foreplay Instagram yet. Because we'll usually put those in our mini
It
vlogs.
definitely will be if it's not. At some
Yeah.
point, it definitely will be, but it's
But you can
on
check our
ours,
personal
yeah.
Instagrams, which is at Hey JaseB and at Hey Bella Luna. And so Jase was Slave for You, Brittany, and your outfit was incredible. I made a bolero
Yeah.
that was like the green part that she wore, she wore a bikini top kind
Yeah.
of, but you didn't wear it like that. So we always change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, you get the idea of it.
It's like that. Yeah, it's like a concept of it. It's an homage to it, but it's
Yeah.
not quite the same. I had like a snake, like a what do you call that?
You have the snake named Banana from the VMAs. Oh, he was
Yeah.
the VMAs performance,
Yeah.
Brittany.
And we had head mics.
Yes.
And I wore a bunch of your scarves and had a belt type thing. It was a really fun outfit. It was one of my favorite
so
outfits I've ever
good.
worn on a lifestyle cruise. I really love that one. Yours was awesome.
I was Hit Me Baby One More Time, Brittany, from
Mm-hmm.
the music video. Super easy, but still iconic. With the gray cardigan and
Like the
that
schoolgirl
outfit, the
type
schoolgirl
feel, yeah.
one. I even had the little pink, fluffy not headband, scrunchy things.
Scrunchie, yeah.
To put my hair in the pigtails. I did not wear a wig, though. We could have worn wigs. I get so hot and
So do
just
I.
like overstimulated when I wear wigs, so I didn't want to, but it would have made it even better. But our friends, though,
Yeah.
the other couple who did it, they wore wigs, and the husband was the flight attendant music video Toxic, Brittany. Incredible. He even had a phone.
Yeah.
He had everything, wore the wig, and then his wife was, oops, I did it again, Brittany, in the red like jumpsuit. And she also had the wig. Oh my gosh, she looked so good too. And I was like, you need to wear this wig more. If she went blonde, it'd be amazing. And we just like go walking together and taking pictures. It was so good, so funny. I wish we had other people to do it too. We'll definitely have to redo it at some point. We have a friend who's the husband of one of the hosts on the Beyond Vanilla podcast, and he's bald, and he would have been the best like Unhinged Britney, like that Crash Out Britney. But it was too late. They already had their costumes. His was awesome. He was Ozzy Osbourne. He had the bat, and then his wife Emily was the bat. So
Yeah.
that was already incredible. They already had that planned out. But it was so fun being the Britney, and we recorded the TikTok. This was like another highlight, but we recorded the wake in the morning and then it's like goes to the other person, and it's the bitches ain't shit song. And it took, I'm not joking, so long to film, and we never even got a good one. Because
No, the one of us is good, but we did one of
No,
all
the
four of
all
us.
four of us was not.
It
'cause-
never worked out.
because they're not like content creators. And then the person who was trying to record us also isn't a content creator, so it was just like really hard to get everyone to do it
Synced.
on time and all this. But it was funny because it is, you think it's easy, but sometimes it's really not that easy if you're not doing it, if you're not used to doing it, making content. But it was so funny.
You know, also from that night, a highlight was on Rockstar Night, I was in the elevator. I don't know where I went. I had went to get some water or something while you were getting ready. And I got into an elevator, and it was a full elevator, and the door opened. And this lady walks in, and to me, she is so clearly Lady Gaga. I know this. And she asked, she's like, no one knows who I am. Does anyone on this elevator know who I am? And someone was like, Madonna or something. And she's like, no. And I was like, you're Lady Gaga. And she was like, thank you. Finally, somebody knows I'm Lady
Aw.
Gaga. And I was like, I think you very clearly look like Lady Gaga. And her husband
Was she Poker Face Lady Gaga? Was it, or which Lady Gaga was she?
She was the Fame.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
I would consider that Poker Face Lady Gaga.
yeah. So
yeah.
I definitely knew who she was. And her husband was like, dang, you got it right. She'd probably fuck you for that. And then she goes, I would have fucked you even if you didn't get it right.
That's so funny. I
I
wish
thought
I
it
was
was
there
re-
for that.
I thought it was really funny.
Was he dressed up as anything specific?
I can't remember, but she was definitely Lady Gaga. Like, it was very clear to me that she was Lady Gaga, but it was
He
just
should have
funny.
been Meet Lady Gaga.
That would have been really undertaking. Yeah, that would have been a real undertaking to get that one on the ship.
He just pulls out his dick. Meet Lady Gaga. One night on the dance floor, one of the couples who are from our foreplay group, we had dinner with them, and we were on the dance floor, and I just see out of like the side of my eye or corner of my eye, I just see right next to me. like kind of like a few feet away, okay? So the wife is by herself, but then she points and she's like pointing at her husband, and they're on the dance floor. She's dancing, but then she's just taking her hands and doing like a gluck gluck motion with her hands, like so exaggerated. And then I'm like watching her and I'm just laughing because it's so funny. She's just like over there like aggressively doing like a double hand job. And so then she like sees me looking at her and then she starts laughing. So then I run over to her and then I point at her husband and then we both start doing that dance move. It's not even a dance move. It's literally, how would you describe this? A twisty. I'm doing two hands twisting up and down, aggressively doing it. And then bobbing our bodies. And so throughout the entire cruise, every time that I'd see them on the dance floor, we would do that same thing. And they're coming on another future cruise, and so we're gonna do it again next November. You guys listening to this, that's our thing. Okay, now from now on, that's what we're gonna be doing. It was fun on this cruise because we actually had a couple friends who were content creators. So I know we mentioned the Beyond Vanilla podcast earlier. It was Emily Spice and her husband were on there, and then the other half of Beyond Vanilla podcast weren't on there, sadly. So we'll see Ben and Amy on the November cruise, November 2026 cruise. Yeah. And so I mentioned this because it's, whenever we take content, even like in our mini vlogs and stuff, it always is just us. And it can literally only be us because we respect people's privacy and we don't want to out anybody. And so we never include anybody else in our content, or when we're never able to take content with other people. And all of our friends are not content creators except for these ones. So it was really fun because we were able to do some collaboration stuff and take some really funny TikToks. One of our favorites is this trend where it starts off and it's something that so the example that we saw was someone was at this restaurant called Steak and Shake, and it's this like fast food restaurant. He's like, I don't really think I like Steak and Shake. And then the next one is like him like playing with the toys, and he's like so excited with this food. And he's like, I think I'm really starting to like Steak and Shake. It's every single one of us, it was 5 of us, we all went around and we did a version of it with, I don't think I really like swinger cruises. And then the next one was, it was like one person in the middle and then like all the girls like around them, and it said, I think I'm really starting to like swinger cruises. And the Beyond Vanilla podcasters, they're British, and so with the accents, it's so funny. And Aaron, he is like the sweetest, most sweet angel baby face angel in the world, okay? He's like the sweetest person, and whenever he was saying it, it was just so funny. So you'll have to go watch the videos to see the ending. Yeah, but he was like kicking his feet, and he's like, I think I'm really starting to like swinger cruises. It was so funny. And just that day was really fun and really funny. We took some really sexy content too, me and the girls. So if you want to see that, you know where to go. onlyfans.com/BellaLunaVIP. And next one, also, I'm going to go into another sexy one that doesn't have to do with content. But we met actually, they were a throuple on and they booked with us, so they were in our foreplay group, and we really got to get to know them. They are all very attractive. One of the girls, she is very my type, and we really got to get to know them. We had the dinner with them. They were at the end of the table though, so I didn't get to talk to them that much, but then whenever we would see each other on the dance floor and just out and about, we were able to talk a lot more. Oh, also, okay, so this is another highlight that also revolves around them, but they had the Lovence thing that is the vibrator that's controlled with the phone. And we had another meetup. Bliss Cruise actually let us have like a general meetup, and that was just like open for anybody, and we didn't do like any of our like icebreaker games or anything in that one. We keep that one specifically for our bookings, but this was just open for anybody to come and hang out and stuff. Anyway, so they came, and one of their girlfriend had the Lovence in her, and they just started I don't know what happened, but it was a conversation starter, you know? And then as I'm like walking around, there's like a group of them, and they're just passing the phone around, and this girl is having so many orgasms by so many people. One orgasm that I saw was so hot. She was like about to come, and then the husband, because there's a couple and then their girlfriend, right? And then the husband, he comes over, and this is out like in Cellar Masters, like this is, and she's clothed, like no one's naked, okay? And she's about to come, and he puts his hand around her neck and like chokes her a little bit, and then she came like so hard, and I was like, damn, that was so hot. And so, still regarding this throuple, so this was on one of the nights outside on the we were at the EDM party, and the EDM party was out.
I think it was fairy night or whatever that fairy.
I can't remember what night it was.
I
It was
think
one
it's
of the
fairy
nights.
night.
It doesn't matter what night it was. Oh, maybe it was. God, they looked so hot on fairy night because they were Akatar, like they were a court of thorns and fairies.
Roses?
Sorry, yeah, a court of thorns and roses fairies, and they look so good. They were like and then like all black with like the feathers and shit. It was awesome. And then I don't even know how this happened. Jase wasn't even here, so we were dancing kind of by the banister outside on the top deck, okay? And earlier that night, we were hanging out in the Sky Lounge, and she kind of like, she like put her hand like on my face, and we were just like randomly talking, and then I guess I like just kind of like melted into her hand, like just by instinct. And she was like, oh my gosh, you are so submissive. And I was like, I am? I was like, I know I am, but like, and I was like, I am? And then I was like, maybe I am, because usually I would say I'm a bit more dominant when it comes to with women. And then so she was like kind of like touching my face, and like I didn't really think anything of it. And then later that night, okay, yeah, Jase wasn't here. We were outside dancing on the banister. Her husband wasn't even there. I didn't think, because I think like you guys, either you went to the bathroom, he went to go get a drink or something. So we're like hanging out, we're like dancing, and then I think I blacked out before this, because I don't even know how it happened. I just remember this part is so ingrained in me. I'm facing her, okay? She's like, her back is on the banister, and I'm like facing her. We're really close together, and she goes, stick out your tongue. Oh, maybe she said something about me being submissive again, and I was like, I am, and she was like, yeah. And she was like, stick out your tongue, and I was like, and so then I did. I just stuck out my tongue, and she did something to my tongue, and we started making out, but she like, it doesn't sound sexy, but she like she didn't swallow my tongue. I don't know how else to explain this, but we were doing a lot of stuff with our tongue, okay? She's doing something to my tongue. And then my mouth is like open, because she just like, we were making out or doing something, and then she said, close your mouth. And then so I closed my mouth, and then she like went back into my mouth, and then we started making out, and I was like, holy, she's like, yeah, you're submissive. And I was like, I am submissive. And I was like, I really like this. And so that whole, like, I kept calling her Dami Mommy. Later on, I have these like candy bracelets. It's like a rave candy that I make that has, you know, words on it. And then I was like, this one, I have to give it to her. I have to give Dami Mommy the Dami Mommy bracelet. But it was so funny during that time. I was like, wow, our husbands weren't even here to see this. But then I look over, and then her husband actually was there. And I was like, did you catch that whole thing? And he was like, I caught the end of it. But then you were never there, so I had to tell you that afterwards.
But I'm just glad you had a fun time.
Hot.
I think I was in the restroom or something, yeah.
It was so hot. And I hope that they come again, because wow. wow.
The next highlights are both actually revolving around the buffet at different times of day. So the first one is, one day they had a British day. And Darren from Beyond Vanilla, he was like, you have to try the banoffee pie. And I had never had banoffee pie before.
He said it was the best banoffee pie he's ever had. Oh, is this part? Okay.
Because he was like, it's the best I've ever had. And he goes, I think it's because there's a bunch of like sugars and ingredients that we're not allowed to use in the UK. And that's why it made it so good. And that just killed me. I thought it was so funny.
It was very delicious.
It was really good. And then the other highlight that happened at the buffet is one night, which was a highlight in itself, but it's a whole story time. So that will get its own story time. But at around 3:30, we wanted to go get food at the Land Buffet because we had ended this play experience, and it was around 3:30 in the morning. We walk up there with a couple of our friends, and the food's closed. We realized the buffet closed at 3, and we were like, oh no. And then we just see this, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a cart.
Like a cart, yeah.
And there was like, and there was two pizzas that were almost full pizzas just sitting there getting rolled away. And it's because they had closed the buffet, they had to clean everything, and so they were taking it away. But it just made me so sad that the pizza
It was just there. It just right out of touch. We were like, should we go ask for it? We were like, no, we probably should go
should.
ask
That's
for
probably
it. Well, we
gross,
probably
but-
should have asked for it. I don't think it was gross. I bet that because it's so sad. Like they just throw it all away. I think. And it's like it's such a waste. I was like, we would have eaten it.
But another actually highlight that I know was somewhere written down there, but I'll just say it now, is that night we went back to our room, and Emily and Darren from Beyond Vanilla had brought us a bunch of chocolate from England.
Yeah.
Because we're big fans of European chocolate, like huge fans of European chocolate, and they had brought us an entire bag. And that's what we had that night for our late night food, was we had some leftover Doritos that we had brought on the ship.
Which was Jase's weekly obsession from like the previous podcast.
Yeah, from the
review
Bliss
podcast.
Bliss review podcast. Yeah, we had
still
those,
have some of those.
and British candy, and it was so good.
Well,
And
it was
so they
very
saved us at
yeah,
the
it
end of the
did save
day.
us.
I mean, I did want pizza or something more like satiating
Substantial.
at that time of day, but still,
It did
did
save
save
us.
us. And that was another highlight, was just the British chocolate in general. Not only even then, but every single day we would try a new one,
Yep.
and it was so much fun. So a huge shout to them for just thinking of us and bringing us a.
No, they also brought us blackcurrant because how this all came up was in April before we went on Bliss Cruise. We all had a house together, and there was these chocolates that was part of this fruit tray, and Darren had tried the chocolate, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, this chocolate is horrible. It tastes like dog chocolate." And we were like, "Dog chocolate?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's like the chocolate that you give your dogs." And we were like, "We don't have that. We don't have that here in America." He was like, "Well, this tastes like it. It tastes horrible." But he was like, "I kind of like it, but it tastes bad." And that's how we started talking about how the chocolate is so much better in Europe. And so then they remember that and brought it all to us. And it was, what was your favorite out of all the ones? There was one.
That's so hard.
There was one called a double decker, and I really like that one.
That was really good. There was also just one that was Cadbury brand, and it was just a solid piece of chocolate.
Yeah.
But the chocolate itself is, to me, I think was my favorite, just because it's just chocolate, and the chocolate flavor is so good
It is
that
very good.
it wasn't even like the extra stuff with it. Like, it was just chocolate in like the best form, and that I think was my favorite, just like the solid chocolate.
Another funny thing with the chocolate was there was a bag, and we thought it was called Revels. It might still be called Revels,
Yeah.
but it's like a bunch of little circular. They look like Milk Duds, but maybe a little bit more round, uniformly round. And so we opened it, and I ate one, and I was like, "Whoa, that one tastes just like a Whopper." And Jace was like, "What are you talking about? It's not a Whopper." He was like, "Mine had it was just caramel." And he was like, "It was very chewy." And I was like, I was like, "It literally tasted like a Whopper." And because they all look kind of the same, so then we realized, I was like, is it like reveal because you don't know which one it is? And so then I thought it was funny. Now when I'm saying it out loud, you know how like whenever you tell a story and you're like, that actually wasn't a very good story. Anyways, moving on.
But I actually want to talk about another highlight that kind of comes from this, a combination of those two, because so the couple that you call Dommy Mommy,
Yes.
they also brought us gifts.
Oh my God, yes!
And so we actually, with our friends, we had like a group of us. I think there was, 8 of us probably? Was that how many?
Yeah.
8 to 10 of us. We had done an unhinged t-shirt exchange. So on day 1, we met up and we exchanged, and we done a little random drawing, and everyone got a name, and then you brought everyone a t-shirt, or not everyone, but you exchanged a
Brought
t-shirt
your
with one
person.
person, whoever you got as the name. That in itself was such a highlight. It was so much fun. Some of the shirts this time were so
It was
funny.
Darren and Emily again who did the same shirts. I mean, they did the best shirts.
Yeah.
They're the best at everything. And she's also an artist. And so she made this tapestry for one of our other couple friends who did the Britney Spears outfit with us. And so they're the ones, if you've seen our mini vlogs or even our vlogs, they have the orgy room. So they always decorate their rooms with all of these like lights and LED lights and these tapestries, and it's always glowing. And so she drew them a tapestry of themselves, and it's like she's like an astronaut and then he's this alien, and they're like, it's like these cute like chibi forms of them, and the tattoos are exact, and she's so talented, and that was incredible. It was so cool. It's like one of the coolest gifts I've ever seen, because it's so like made for them, you know. So then they like hang it up in their rooms now, or in their room, well, I guess multiple rooms because they always bring them. But anyway, so yeah, they had the best shirts. They gave one to one of our friends who has this, her ass is phenomenal, like out of this world, like, in her, the ratio of her ass, like she has like a, so what they did was they took this picture of this like sex toy.
Like
And
a
it was
like
like an ass
that you could
pussy,
fuck.
yeah,
Like a sex doll ass.
yeah. And it was like, it was actually, it's Becca. So, and it was like, try out, what would it even say?
I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was essentially, it made it look like it was a box of a sex toy
Of
that was
Becca.
of Becca's ass. It was so, it's obviously better if you could actually see the shirt,
Yeah.
which you can't, but it was so
It was so good.
good. That I think was my favorite one
Yeah.
out of all of them. There was a
And
bunch.
they made another one, and it was with, for one of our other friends. She's Carmen on the podcast, but it was her in that meme with the one girl in the middle with like the 5 guys around her, and it was because there was 5 couples, and it was her in the middle, and it said, "Ask me about bukkake," and it had every guy's face. It was so good. I hope they get us next time.
Yeah,
We have to
but
do it again.
But it was so fun. But where that story originated from
Yes.
was Dami Mommy thruple, really.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, we heard you guys love unhinged t-shirts." And they brought us 4 different unhinged t-shirts. And they were all so fun. I think my very favorite one, it was a lotion and a Kleenex box, and they were like almost like dapping each other up. And
It's like in a retro,
yeah,
like a retro style.
art style. Yeah, it says, "Brother, it's time to goon." I think that was my
Incredible.
favorite out of all of. There was a hurtin' for a squirtin' one. I thought that one was really good.
There's one about with a capybara, and it says, "I don't think I can slay anymore." And it's
Yeah.
it's 2 capybaras. I wore it home from the cruise,
Yeah.
on the airplane, and I've been wearing them like to sleep like all the time. And I'm wearing one right now. Oh, this one isn't from them. This is from my. It's from Jasper actually, and it says, "Please tongue fuck my fart box."
You know, I'm actually wearing one right now that
You
I
are
got
wearing
for my exchange. I put it on last night. It's 2 of our friends, and it says, "Daddy's got milk." Wait, is that what it says?
Daddy's got milk, and it's a question mark. It's a rap tee, and it's two of the husbands.
Yeah, they like dressed up in these cow outfits and did a photo shoot and put it on a shirt, and it's so funny.
This one, one of them on the lower left, he's wearing like a yellow
Cleaning
rubber
glove? Yeah.
and the other guy
She's
is
about
bent
to get fisted.
over. It's so good.
It's so funny.
I wish we could show these, but we can't show their faces.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
the
funny.
shirts are really fun.
This podcast is brought to you by us, Bella and Jase. If you're going on a vacation, or maybe you have a gift that you want to give your other lifestyle friends and you're looking for lifestyle clothing, we have the best apparel on the market for you. We have not only clothing, bikinis, swimsuits, we have backpacks, tumblers, cups, anything that you can name, we probably have it. You can find that at foreplay.com/shop.
Let's say you're at a party, you're going on vacation, things are moving a little bit slow. Maybe you want some conversation to flow. Maybe you want to move stuff towards play. Well, we have the perfect game for you. It's called Foreplay the Game. It is a digital and physical lifestyle icebreaker game, and you can find out all about it at foreplay.com/games. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com/games.
If you don't have a lifestyle vacation planned, a resort or a cruise planned, why not? You can join us. You can find that at foreplay.com/playcation. We have not only information about the events and trips that we'll be on this year, but also other options for you as well. And it doesn't cost any extra for you to book through our links, but helps us a lot, helps us continue to be able to make this type of content for you. Now back to the show.
Next one was so sweet. It's like a core memory for me now, but it was just we were walking to go to the EDM party, and on this ship, it was the Celebrity Reflection. There's a huge area with a lawn, like an open lawn. It has like real grass on it, and we were walking over there, and we saw a group of maybe like 4 couples that were like part of our friend group, or like our extensive friend group. And so then we were like, yay! And so we went over, and then we just all like laid on the lawn, and we were just talking and hanging out and looking up at the stars. And I was taking all these like pictures, and it looked like almost like not Project X pictures, but it was just like a really cool vibe.
Actually,
in
yeah,
the
it looks like when
photos.
they laid down in Project X at the end.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
And I mean, we weren't like all like crazy wasted or anything. It was
Yeah.
just like a really wholesome, sweet, like 30 minutes that we were laying out there, and
The temperature
and
felt
talking.
perfect.
Yeah,
It was
with like
so,
the wind
and just like
and
this,
everything.
the stars were above you if you wanted to look up. It was, and then before we went to go dance more, it was really fun. I agree. That was a really cool and they also, on that cruise, they did nights where you could fuck out there.
Yeah.
Like it was like 2 different nights. They had like section of the stars, which, so that would have been cool if that's like, you know, you wanted to be in the outside environment and have that option. But just sitting up there and relaxing also to me was such, we went up there several times, but specifically that time at night was the one
was
that like
so
stuck with me
cute.
the most. But every time I went up there, we like would hang out with people and it was always fun. But the one at night specifically was like a really core memory.
So another core memory is like right after we left there, because I was like, oh, I want to go dancing, and we were kind of like stalling around a little bit, and then I heard Fate of Ophelia play, which Fate of Ophelia played the night before, maybe like 2 nights before, and that's another core memory. Anytime that a pop girly song comes on these lifestyle cruises, I like Jase and I get so excited, and I feel like not a lot of people like really get that hyped up for pop girl songs. So when it comes to like Sabrina Carpenter, or like when Chappell Roan plays, and so then it's usually just a few of us, at least like in my eyesight where I can see, and we just all get together and we're just like scream singing at the top of our lungs whatever pop girl song is playing. And so I remember one time there was like Hot to Go was like a huge one that I remember from another cruise, but this one was Fate of Ophelia by Taylor Swift. And Fate of Ophelia is kind of like a newer song, so we were really surprised that they were playing it, but it was pretty much just us and one other couple who, we're gonna come up with names for them in a little bit, but they were really into, and the husband of that couple was singing the words, and that's when I was like, this boy knows pop girl music? What? So that'll kind of come into play in another little highlight later. But from the lawn, I heard Fate of Ophelia playing just from a distance. I could hear it. I was like, we have to go dance. It's Fate of Ophelia. And then we like running over there, and then we like scream sang to it again. And actually, another couple came over, and they started dancing to that one. That was really fun.
You know, the next one you have written down is actually another singing one, and they had this boy band perform. It was like this boy band, they like sang boy band songs.
Yeah.
And it was kind of silly, but it was really fun, and they covered a bunch of like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, stuff like that. But then towards the end, they sang That's What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction, and we were with a big group of our friends, and there was probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 of us that had loved One Direction
Yeah.
forever ago, and we
I
were just
still love
singing
One
it so,
Direction.
but you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah,
grew
yeah,
up
yeah.
with One Direction in that sense, and it was so much fun. The whole crowd on the ship was going so wild for that One Direction song. It was so fun, just like screaming, singing it, and just
was
watching.
so
It was
good.
so fun.
They
That was
did-
another one for me, a highlight or a core memory.
They described it like a Magic Mike and boy band performance. I wouldn't say it was very Magic Mikey. It was just like such a silly, goofy time. Like it felt like parts of it, I felt like a fever dream. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Where am I? We're in the middle of the ocean. Watching this boy band
Surrounded by
show,
swingers.
surrounded by swingers. They're like have no clothes on. Singing One Direction, like scream singing, dancing to One Direction, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. It was so fun. It was so fun. Glow Night overall, at least the dancing part of Glow Night, like the party part of Glow Night, was my favorite night. That just in
I agree.
itself was such a fun, memorable night. This was some highlights here. This was the night when I kissed my cruise crush. And my cruise crush is the same guy in the couple who was singing to Fate of Ophelia, and I was like, whoa, he be knowing. And so because I think that was like night 2, I think, that the first time Fate of Ophelia played. And then so this couple is like a newbie couple, and we met them because they booked with us on a Temptation cruise like a year and a half ago. Yeah, so we had known them. We were kind of friends with them, but we didn't get to spend that much time with them. And then they booked with us again this time. We had like the dinner. They came to our dinner and everything. And I actually thought he was very, very attractive from like the very first time. We didn't get to know each other really at all. And then
they were also much more quiet back then.
Yes.
They were much more like reserved than I feel like they were this time around.
And it was a Temptation Cruise that we met them last. And Temptation Cruise versus Bliss Cruise is very different when it comes to, I mean, lots of different aspects, but a lot of the people who go on Temptation Cruise, like, you don't really know if they're like really, really lifestyle couples. I would say a lot of the couples, especially the younger couples that we meet on Temptation Cruise, even the ones who book in our group and everything, is usually like either a stepping stone into the lifestyle, or they're completely trying it out, like they don't know for sure, and sometimes they just are like the vibe, like the sexy vibe of the environment, and they're not really lifestyle. Okay, so I didn't know what this couple was gonna be into at all. Okay, so then we're talking to them a little bit more, and then the wife of the couple gets really excited, and she was like, "I kissed my first girl today." And oh wait, this is night 2, so this is a different highlight. So this is night, I believe it was night 2. It was the fairy night. Oh, this is the same night with Dami Mommy. Ooh, that was a great night. So she's like, "I kissed my first girl today," and I was like, "I'm so excited for you." And I was like, "Do you want to kiss your second girl?" And she was like, "Yeah." And so then I kissed her. So that was really fun for me. That was exciting for us. And then so her husband, who is my cruise crush, I don't think he had kissed anybody yet, like kissed another girl yet. And I was like, "Oh, I heard your wife kiss another girl, like a girl for the first time. Do you want to kiss your girl for the first time?" And I was like, "Do you want me? Should I be the first girl you kiss or something like that?" And he was so sweet. He was like, "Well, she's the first girl I've kissed." And I was like, "But she doesn't count." Pointing to his wife. And I was like, and he was like, "Yeah, she counts." And I was like, "Well, not in this not in this world. Your partner doesn't count." It's so sweet. And I was like, "Man, did I just scare this boy?" I was like, "Did I scare him?" I was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "You know what? You just let me know." I was like, "You let me know later if you want me to be one of the first girls, because you just let me know." And so then like I like walk away or something. And then so then it's a glow night, which I think was maybe the 4th night or something. We're on the dance floor, and I see his wife making out with another guy. And I was like, "Oh, this is my end. This is my chance." And I was like, "Can we make out?" And so then I made out with him. And he was great at making out. Like, I feel like we had a lot of chemistry there. And I was like, wow. And then I would like compliment him. I was like, "You're so fucking hot." And then I told him he was my cruise crush. I felt bold then. I don't usually just like tell people that they're my cruise crush. But then, okay, so another highlight with him. So, oh God, he's so cute. And then, so we were at lunch or something together the next day. And then we were exchanging information. And in my phone, he put, what are we going to call him? We got to think of a name. I don't know yet. This is going to go. But he put his name, and then in parentheses, he put his name, Cruise Crush, and then his last name. And I thought that was really cute.
That's funny.
I was like, he got some game, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially for like being a newbie, I was like, oh. And then one of the nights we were hanging out, and then his wife said, "Well, he likes like pop girl music more than I do." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Who do you like?" And then he was like, the first one he listed was Charlie XCX. I was like, let me suck your dick right now. I'm just kidding. What's the next highlight? Oh, this is a highlight that I wanted to say whenever we were talking about the buffet that I forgot about. So the last night was Cops and Convicts night, and the couple that did the Britney Spears with us, they dressed up as the Hamburglar and Grimace.
Oh, that was so funny.
The Hamburglar and Grimace from McDonald's, okay? And then he needed a hamburger, so we go into the buffet area. It was this cruise, right? Was it
Yeah.
Bliss Cruise? Because they also did Temptation Cruise with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Bliss Cruise. And so he could go get a burger, and then we like recorded these videos of him like stealing a burger from the buffet area, and he was like, "I got it!" and he like ran away. It was so funny.
He carried a burger bun with him the entire night. The entire night he had.
Carmen got pictures because they went to the show. I think they went to the comedy show, like because we went to the comedy. We
Yeah,
didn't
he
stay
was
the
sitting
whole
next to
time.
me. He
had his
took a
burger.
picture of it in front of the performance. He took a picture of the burger bun.
It was so funny. I guess speaking of that couple, so we did back-to-back cruises. We did Bliss Cruise, and then it was one day off, and then we got on Temptation Cruise. And a highlight with this was there was 2 other couples that are our friends, but not all of them are friends with each other. So throughout the night, through every single night, so we'd find each other, and we'd be dancing, and we'd hang out, and we'd go, how many days did it start with? It was 12 days, right? It was like 11 more nights.
Yeah.
And then the next night, we were like, it's 10 more nights of this. And then it just kept dwindling. And at first, it was like 11 more nights, woohoo! And then by like nights, we're like, oh my God, there's still 6 more nights of this. Because one cruise is usually only 7 nights total. We're like, oh my God, there's still 3 more nights. And then that'll go into like the Temptation highlights. But that was so fun. Ooh, this is another one on Glow Night. Glow Night was a crazy night, and we were on the dance floor. We hop through all of our different friend groups. We have lots of different friend groups, and we're like hopping through all of them. One of them, we're like dancing with our friends, and somehow both of my titties come out on the dance floor. One husband is sucking my left titty. His wife, oh my God, they're so hot. Wife is sucking my right titty. They're eye fucking me as they're sucking my titties on this dance floor. And then my other friend from the back, who his fucking like dick is out the whole night. He's like behind me dancing on me, and I'm like grinding on him. I'm like, are we fucking? We weren't fucking, I was just joking. I had panties on. And then he's like rubbing my clit like through, like not fingering me, but like rubbing like the outside of my pussy like through my panties. And I'm like, what is going on here? I'm such a slut.
I don't think you ever even went into the one that you originally said in the buffet.
No, that was the one with the Hamburglar.
Oh, I think you're gonna talk about the picture.
What picture?
With the airtight boys. That's the one I thought you were gonna say.
Airtight boys, yes, I forgot about the picture. You can talk about it. I feel like I've been talking forever.
So there's always been the airtight fantasy. Specifically, Bella always wanted to be airtight. That's just gonna be a podcast in itself. That happened, but anyway, there was 3.
Bingo.
There was 3 guys that were completed airtight because that's how many holes that you have to fill for airtight.
And okay, so I with this airtight fantasy that I had, I wanted it actually to be specifically with, there was one other man that I wanted to, this would have happened last November, but it didn't work out. And so this is actually, these 3 men have been my like peak fantasy airtight scenario. Okay, so, and that's Jase, Jasper, and Jesse. All 3 J's. So it did happen. And afterwards, because that happened like earlier in the cruise. This is like the very last night.
This was day 7 we took this picture.
Yeah.
Day 6 was airtight.
Was
Day
it 6
7,
or 5?
6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so all the boys are like, we're all hanging out together. We're not really hanging out. We're like, we had already left the dance. This is like the very end of the night. And people are getting food, or maybe we're like getting water or something, but we happen to run into our friends. And then I was like, oh, I gotta get a picture of the airtight boys. ATB. So Jase is in the middle, he's taking this picture, and then like you guys all pose, and the more that you look at the picture, the funnier it is. It's like one dude's holding like it's a plate of cantaloupe, like with one cantaloupe on it, and then Jesse has like 3 or 4 water bottles like in his hands, like holding it.
Yeah.
And like
I think I had a salad.
You had a salad and a piece of pizza.
Yeah.
The things that you guys are wearing are so funny because Jase looks like he's like an 80s, like going to an 80s circuit party, like super, super gay, with the harness and like black little boxers. Jesse's in like a convict outfit, and then Jasper's in this like
Super Troopers?
Sheriff?
Or,
Yeah.
some sort of sheriff outfit.
And like the picture is so funny, and it's taken like, I think I took it at 0.5 too, so it's like wide angle, and like it looks like an album cover. And so then I made a group chat later, and I put the picture in there, and I put the parental advisory sticker at the bottom, and it legitimately looks like an album cover. It's so funny.
It's so funny. And then that same night, right after we took that picture, we went and sat down and we were eating. And everyone was just talking, I said it's night 7, so everyone's just kind of reminiscing on the cruise. We're all like making these jokes and stuff. And somehow the whole stupid like 6-7 joke got brought up. I don't know how it started. I don't know why it started. But someone had said something about 6-7. And it's so stupid. And then we kept moving on with our lives. And then like 5 minutes later, somebody, I don't know who threw this out. They're like, I don't know, how many dicks can you fit in your mouth? And I go, I don't know, 6, 7. And
we
it's
all
so funny.
died laughing. It was so funny. It was like a group of like 10 of us or 12 of us. And there was like so many people. It was so funny. Just like sitting at the end of the night, last day of the cruise.
Yeah.
I don't know, 6, 7.
It's so stupid.
funny.
I think it's because we were all delirious at that point.
We were all delirious.
And then we still had to go on another cruise after that.
Yeah, Jason. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So funny. Oh, another really quick one that I just thought was so funny was we went to get sushi one day, and we looked over, and they give you little stacks of wasabi. Like, they give you a wasabi, right? So you can eat it. And someone was taking away a plate. Like, one of the people that worked there was taking away a plate from another table. And this people at this table clearly had not liked wasabi. And there was just like...
But they give you a lot of wasabi,
yeah, there was
honestly.
like 3 or 4 stacked wasabi. So almost just like, I don't know, like a
It looked like a
Christmas tree or a
Christmas tree.
snowman. But
I
just...
swear they like used it like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
And like...
It's
we should do that next
It was
time.
really funny. But I eat all of it. I eat the wasabi, so we
You
don't
do
have
eat most
it
of
to
the
waste.
wasabi, yeah.
But-
No, but I don't eat all of it. They give you so much wasabi, but it is kind of like a weird wasabi, and it's pretty pliable.
Yeah.
With your I think you can actually make.
You could mold it.
You could mold it.
Yeah.
I'm like a little polymer clay thing.
Yeah, it's
Next
pretty
time
fun,
I'll
though.
make a pineapple.
Yeah, just out of the...
The extra wasabi.
yeah.
Another highlight was the Bliss Bikini Contest. That was so fun because the final 3... Wait, no, the
There was
final 4.
4
The final 4...
or 5.
Out of one of the final 4 or 5, 3 of them were our really good friends.
Yeah.
So it was really fun to scream and cheer for everybody and all of our friends. Unfortunately, none of our friends won the final thing, but
But at least they all got close to winning.
and it was crazy.
The fact that we had like 3 friends out of like the 5 or 4 left and they didn't win seems mathematically wrong. Like,
It
I feel like
does,
they
I know.
someone should have won.
They did amazing. They were so amazing.
Yeah.
Emily deserved to win. Emily should have won.
Hers
Hers was
crazy.
crazy. She like did all of this stuff. She had a butt plug in. She pulled it. Oh my god, it was incredible. And then our other friend, he was the one who was rubbing my pussy out on the dance floor. He was one of the finalists as well. He had asshole showing on the dance floor. It was crazy. Why was his asshole out? I swear it was like spread open.
I don't
It
know.
was so funny.
He was trying to win.
He should have won. Someone and one of us should have won. Oh, on the pop star night, this is another highlight. One of our friends was Chapel Roan, and she had the body painter do her makeup professionally, and it was incredible. What performance was
I don't know.
that?
It was one of the live performances, and I mean, I don't remember what specific show it was from because Chapel does so many different shows. I don't remember which one it was, but it was very clearly you could tell exactly what. I mean, she had the same shirt, the same outfit, her hair, the same, a microphone, everything.
And her microphone was a huge Hitachi.
It was,
but it was like a dark
awesome.
Hitachi, so it wasn't like the white one. So it actually just like looked like a microphone. It was incredible. She had the wig. Was that her real hair or was that a wig? I can't remember.
I think it was a.
But it was like the
Yeah, I think it
big
was a wig.
like
It was awesome.
curly wig
It
and like
was
a white
awesome.
paint. Oh my,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
It was
Incredible,
awesome.
incredible. One of our couple friends who we also met on past Temptation Cruise. Did we meet them the same time that we met the other guy? I can't remember. So they're the ones who gave Smalley and Bubbles. They said that we could use their names. So well, their nicknames are Smalley and Bubbles. They gave me, and this is how I literally became obsessed with bubble blasters, bubble wands, bubble everything because of this couple, Small and Bubbles. They gave me a bubble blaster on a past Temptation cruise. And this time, guys, so they came to our meetup, and then they always give us gifts. You guys do not need to give us gifts. Stop giving us gifts. But he brought a new bubble blaster, okay? And it is like high fucking tag. It looks so cool. It like lights up. It's like clear and blue and black, and it lights up. And then around it has this not a string. I don't know what to call it. It's like a
rope
strap
type thing that you could wear to hold it. Yeah.
Yeah, he made this contraption that has like a connector piece to these bracelets. The bracelets, like they're like those like Livestrong bracelets, you know, and it says Bella's Bubble Blaster, okay? And so it's connected from that onto this strap that he made that fucking lights up. It's so sick. And he's like, we gave you this one, and like it was really hard to carry it around because you just have to hold it. So I was trying to think of what to do, and then he came up with that, and then he gave me like extra bracelets so I could continue to like put them on my other bubble wands, or if he said if it happens to break, I can replace it. And I was like, you guys are so sweet. I love you so much. And I wore it. I wore it multiple times.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Don't worry, Jase, I got you some stuff too." And so I ended up opening it like later that evening. And everything they do, I mean, they've just always given us so many sweet things, but they're always such thoughtful things. And one thing he gave me was miracle berries, because he's like, "Hey, I remember listening to a podcast that you had talked about how incredible these were, and like you always wanted to try them again," or something along those lines. And I had tried miracle berries at Naughty Nolans, and so he put a package of miracle berries, which are the berries that you can eat and it changes your taste bud for 15 minutes, which is such a cool experience.
They're gonna be on the next cruise. Next Bliss Cruise, I think. Well, we need to bring some so then we can all like try it together.
Definitely.
Like go to like the buffet and like try a bunch of shit together.
Yeah, it's so cool. And then they also gave me like a Tate McRae sticker pack as well as a Tate McRae keychain. I love Tate McRae so much. And so it's just like...
And that Tate McRae keychain is currently on his bag.
Yeah, it's currently on my bag. Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to decide like where I want to put the stickers. I was going to put one on my luggage. Actually, multiple of my luggage. But one of my wheels broke. And so I actually have to reach back out to the company to see... I don't know if they're going to send me a whole new luggage or a wheel replacement. And so I don't want to stick the sticker on there until then. I was also going to put one on my Kindle, but I feel like I might need a new Kindle case. I don't want to have to throw my Kindle case away and then I have to throw the stickers away. So I haven't decided where I'm going to put them yet.
Oh,
but I will.
Sticker anxiety.
But I will.
The girlies will not understand that one. The girlies will understand sticker anxiety.
I didn't know I had that. I didn't know that was a thing. That's just how I felt.
It's when you're like, you don't want to waste your stickers, so you're afraid of putting them on things that you think you're not going to use, so then you end up not using your stickers. Yeah. Oh, this is another, so I know we talked about my cruise crush earlier, and Jase's cruise crush was also on this cruise.
Yeah.
We be hella crushing on these cruise crushes this time around.
My cruise crush, we had known her for like a couple years, but it was always in passing. Like we didn't know her that well, and we spent more time with her this cruise. And then I really do be cruise crushing on this girl a lot. I just think she's so hot and she's so sweet.
She's so cute.
And
she loves chilies.
Yeah, she loves chilies. That's that's what like, usually the pop girly thing. She liked Wicked and chilies. I was like, smash.
You're like, are you my wife?
Yeah.
Speaking of chilies. Another highlight was, so Carmen she didn't get me as her unhinged t-shirt person. Jasper actually did, but then she got me a shirt anyway, and it says, good girls go to heaven, bad girls go to Chili's. And I love it. It's one of my favorite shirts ever. Speaking of your cruise crush, this it's just a funny thing that happened. So I got the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, okay? So I got it so I could record POV videos, things like that. And I brought it on this trip. It's my first time I'm like using these glasses. So I'm in the buffet area so Jase's cruise crush, we need to come up with a name for her too. I too much thinking right now. So she has this fucking crazy long ass tongue. And when I say like a long tongue, it's like a Gene Simmons tongue. Like it like is she can put it out and it like points. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It is awesome.
It's so hot.
Yeah, it's very hot, and she's very, very good at doing the ahego face, and which the ahego face is. You guys can look it up. It's like a anime thing where you stick out like girls will stick out their tongue, and they'll kind of cross their eyes. Okay, so. We took a video of that like a couple days earlier than this, but so I see her in the buffet area, and I have my glasses on, okay, and so she in on the celebrity reflection, there's like openings in the wall. It's not really a wall.
Yeah.
What is that called? Like when you're walking through, it's like a
divider, but there's backings to where the chairs would be, but you're also able to see through. It's a really strange design. Like I think it's just an artistic
choice. Yeah.
choice. Like it doesn't look bad.
No, yeah,
It's
but
just
it's just
interesting.
open. So I'm like behind her because it's like a booth seat, but I'm behind her, but I can see she can turn. People can turn around and we can like talk to each other through this divider. Okay. So her face is backwards, almost like imagine like a Spider-Man thing, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do an ahego video of you with my glasses. And so then I click record, and I was like, okay, stick out your tongue and do the ahego face. So she does it. Looks really hot through my eyes, okay? And so then later, I'm like looking through all of the content that I took with my glasses. I'm not joking, every single video has my hair in front of the lens so you can't see shit. So there's one video of Jase's cruise crush, and I was like so excited to show him my open it up to look at it, covering the exact part of when she's doing the ahego.
You can't even see her.
You can't see
at all.
And then because I was taking a lot of these videos in like the buffet area because you can't see the people around you, and I'm just wanting to show the food. Nope, all of it is just covered with my hair.
It's so funny.
So now I have to make sure I put my hair behind my ear whenever I record with my glasses. Another time I was recording and then I had my cowboy hat on, so then the top of it's just like covered with my hat. It's so funny.
This is a stupid one that I also just thought was really funny because every single time they will at the dinners they will ask if anybody has any food allergies. And Carmen, like day one, she had said something about she was allergic to blueberries. And then like 4 different times, every time that we went to dinner with them, we would sit down and the waiter would be like, oh, do you guys have any food restrictions? And there'd be 2 or 3 of us and we'd go, Carmen's allergic to blueberries. Like there's no prevalence to this. Like it doesn't matter there that like there's not blueberries in these dishes. Like it's but every single time the people that were waiting on us would be like, okay. And then like,
So
it's
dumb.
so stupid. I thought it was so funny.
Another thing with Carmen, we were at what show were we at? Was it at the boy band show?
Yeah.
But this is also so stupid. It's probably only funny to us.
That's funny to the people that were there.
It is probably funny to the people who were there too. But Carmen was because we're at like the very back, like the top
Back
of
left,
the
yeah.
back the top of like the theater area, and Carmen was taking a picture or a video, but her flash went on or flash went off or something, and it was like it wasn't quiet, but it was just like funny. And then she was like, oh my god, and then Jase goes, fucking idiot. Oh my god. Just like, I don't know why you said it, but one of our friends died. She just started dying, and so then that just became like a joke thing that we just kept doing. We're just fucking idiot.
Fucking idiot. I don't know why I said it either. I just thought it was funny.
Oh,
Like,
that's
it's
what
obviously a
Dakota
joke.
Johnson said that.
Oh, that's
why
it is.
we quote that a lot.
Dakota Johnson in his interview, whenever Pedro Pascal was like, "Oh, your nickname as kid was," and she said was cock or something. And she
Because
was
she said her nickname as a kid was Cookie.
like
But
cocaine or something. I don't know.
but it was like spelled like COCHE or something.
Yeah.
And then Pedro, like as a joke, Pedro Pascal goes, "Oh, cock," and then she goes, "Yeah, my nickname as a little girl was cock." Fucking idiot.
Yeah. So ever since then, I've just said "fucking idiot," and that's probably why I said it.
So funny. This is another one on Glow Night. They had a pop-up of this like drummer that came out, and it was so awesome. He was like, he had all these LED lights on. He was like drumming and stuff. And then Emily Spice, she went over and she was like twerking while he was doing like his drumming. And then I had my bubble gun and I was like spraying it around with all the bubbles, and it was really cool. It was really fun. I think somebody has a video
You
of
also
it.
started hotboxing the elevators in the sense
Oh
of
my God.
just with bubbles, not
Yes.
with
weed.
smoke
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
I did. We'd go on the elevators when nobody was in there, and then I would literally have my bubble gun on for the entire time that we got to the next place, and then I'd run out. And so then the next people that came in, it would just be a bunch of bubbles. Like, how magical is that? I wish that I would have experienced that.
You know, the next cruise, I'll take your bubble gun and I'll go up a floor above you or something, and I'll do
Yeah,
it so
but then
you
you
can
have to
walk into it.
leave. Like,
Okay.
just nobody can be in it because I don't want people to know who did the bubbles. You know, like,
Okay.
isn't that fun?
We'll figure out a way to make it work for you.
It was so fun.
Yeah,
so
it
fun.
was fun though.
Hot boxing with bubbles. We had a balcony this time. We don't usually get balcony rooms. We ended up getting a balcony room because we actually booked too late, and the only rooms that were available left were balcony rooms, which was really awesome. Like, it was nice having a balcony room. Typically, we like the interior cabins for us personally because we sleep better in the interior cabins because it's so dark. But that was a highlight, having a balcony. We were able to
Yeah.
just go out there and
We
relax
used to do a
and hang
decent
out.
amount.
Yeah.
We filmed some videos out there. We sat out there several mornings. You crochet out there several mornings. A few days we just sat there and just like watched the waves.
We fucked out there.
Fucked out there.
That was fun.
Yeah, so we did use
Yeah.
it. So it wasn't fun. It was fun just for something different. That was the first time we've ever had a balcony.
Yep.
Normally we just use our friends' balconies.
Yeah.
That was the first time we ever had our own balcony.
Another highlight is our sushi date. We usually do a sushi date or two on these cruises where we just have alone time together and go on a little special date, just us two, and eat sushi.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun. And we saw the Christmas tree, the wasabi Christmas tree on that date.
No, that was during the lunch one.
Yeah, well, we went on two, so it's still a sushi date.
We did a lunch sushi date and a not fancy, but we like got dressed up and went to a dinner sushi date. Speaking of dinner, another highlight was we were helping Bliss Cruise do this marketing video with like they needed 2 or 3 couples, and so we were, and then Emily and Darren, because they were gonna do, and they asked if we wanted to do, and we're like, sure. And so then we got dinner together, and they were like recording some clips of us basically having dinner together, and
I'm sure it'll be on the internet somewhere at some
yeah.
point.
But we weren't having dinner together. Like, the concept of it was like 2 couples and they're on Bliss Cruise and they get seated at the table, but they're like next to each other, you know, because it's 2 separate tables, but we're close to each other but not really together. And then we hit it off and we start talking and we're making jokes and you know, we're eye flirting and all of that, which is funny because like we're actually really good friends with Emily and Darren, so we were basically just having dinner together and like we were talking about so many different random things, but they were also recording it, so they were like, oh, like just keep doing you. And we were making jokes, we were talking about experiences that we had, and I was like, I hope nobody can read lips because I don't know what's gonna be on
Yeah,
here.
they're like, don't worry, there's no audio with this. We're like, thank God. It would not
Yeah,
be
yeah, no
usable
audio.
if you had our audio from this.
So much explicit words out of our mouths there. Oh, we talk about the door spinning decoration. I want to do that one day.
Oh yeah, there's just people had this really fun. You know, people decorate the doors really cool on these cruises. There was a bunch of cool ones, but there was one specific one, and they had this spinny wheel, and it was like, I don't remember what it said. I want to say it was something along the lines of like, "What's your fate for today?" And then
Yeah.
you like spun the wheel, and it was like threesome, anal, orgy, I don't know, whatever they were. And it was just a really fun, cool idea for a door decoration. I love whenever, I mean, I just love when people decorate their doors, period, right? Any decoration I think is fun. But I love when someone does something really like out of the box
Interactive?
I've never seen before. Yeah, something interactive. I'd never seen, at least, maybe I just missed it, right? There's so many doors, but that one I loved.
You know what would be so fun if somebody had a door decoration like that was a spinny wheel, but every single one was a different prize. Wouldn't that be cool? So then
yeah.
it'd be like, I don't know, you get a condom or you get a candy or a sticker. That'd be so fun. Maybe we should do that one day.
That could be cool.
Oh, that's a fun one. And
Yeah.
then there was another door decoration that they had like these Barbies on it, and it's actually a couple who we've met at Colette Dallas, maybe. Like, we've known this couple for a long time. But the cool thing about the lifestyle, especially on the cruises, is like it's like a reunion every. Sometimes you won't see a couple for like 4 years, and then you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, how are you? Haven't seen you in forever." And you gotta like catch up and stuff. So we did see them again on this cruise, and then we realized it was their door because they had their pictures on there. And but yeah, it was like these Barbies. There was like Ken on there, and it was like doing a BDSM scene.
It was fun.
So funny.
It was cool. And they had
really
like
good.
little crops and stuff, but you could tell they were just trinkets from other things that they like would
Like from a little purse.
Yeah, it was awesome.
A couple more. Well, so Darren, we're talking a lot about Darren and Emily in this podcast. So many funny things happened with them.
We hang out with them a lot.
We do hang out with them a lot. So he was Ozzy Osbourne for the Rockstar night, okay? And he was wearing a wig, and I had my fan. I have upgraded from a Clack fan. Well, actually, I still love a Clack fan. But, so actually Lacey from Swing Nation podcast, Lacey, she had this electric fan. And I think she had it at Naughty Nollins, and it was awesome because it was like a little personal fan, and it felt like air conditioning, and it was tiny, small but mighty, okay? And so she kind of just like had it in her cleavage, and I was like, that shit is amazing, I need that. And so then I bought one, and I was bringing it around with me. Well, I didn't know this, but, well, I did know because I know it happened, but so Darren's wig hair got stuck in my fan, and then my fan stopped working, and I was like, fuck, I broke it. And I'm really glad that it was a wig hair, because imagine if that was somebody else's hair. Imagine if that was a woman's hair or a man's hair, and it was real hair. I would have felt so bad because it would have like ripped it out.
Yeah.
And so I was doing some like operation work on it the next day, and I was able to get all the hair out, but thank God it was synthetic hair, and I was able to get it working again. But that was kind of funny that it got stuck in there. And then last one is so the group costumes I think are always some of my favorite highlights. This one was really fun because it was a Studs and Bunnies night, and like our core group of friends, the guys dressed up also as bunnies, and so you guys wore corsets and everything. Jase actually wore my Playboy bunny costume from college. Like the corset with the ears, and the other boys even wore tights. You should have worn tights, but I ended up wearing the tights because I wanted to wear the black tights.
Yeah.
But the girls were red Playboy bunnies, and then the boys were black Playboy bunnies.
Yeah,
and it was really fun. And there was actually a huge group, even like outside, like a huge group that did the bunnies as well. But only like 4 of you did the actual corset bunnies.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
There you have it. There is a lot of there's more. I'm sure there's a ton more highlights that I forgot to write down, and so I don't remember all of them, and that's why it's good to write them down.
Yeah.
Because you actually get to remember. But that's a highlight from this one. It was.
Oh, I remember one other highlight.
Okay.
One last highlight.
Okay,
that
one last
also
highlight.
revolves around my cruise crush again. So I was this couples, because like I said, they're like newbie couples. Okay, so I was their first 3-way makeout. I remember we were dancing, and I was like, I'm gonna go have a 3-way makeout with them. I'm gonna see if they want to. Remember, you're like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fun because they hadn't done that before. And they were like, she goes, I don't know how to do this. How do we do this? And I was like, here, I'll show you. And so then we just all started doing it. She was like, oh, wait. Again. I can't remember, like her hair was like in the way or something. And then I kind of like pulled her hair back. I kind of like wrapped it around, and I kind of like pulled it back a little. Being a little Tommy mommy, I wonder if she even remembers that.
Well, we were gonna fuck my cruise crush.
It's true. And then it didn't work out.
The timing didn't work out.
I know.
So that's a highlight or a low light.
No, that's a low light, but it would have been a high. At least, the highlight is that it will probably happen at some point.
Yeah, in the future.
Yeah, at least you know that she wants to fuck you. So
Yeah.
that's a highlight in itself.
That's a highlight in itself.
Yeah.
That's true. So I'll take that as a win.
So hopefully there will be a future podcast.
There's a full story time.
A full story time regarding both of our discussions.
Anyway,
let's-
we'll wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for listening to this. We'll go ahead and jump into Belle and Jase's Weekly Obsessions.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, my weekly obsession is this song by Madison Beer. I love her. It's her newest song at this moment, and it's called Bittersweet, and I just love it.
I really like that song as well.
Part of it is like very nostalgic feeling to me. I don't know what about it, but I love it so much. Wait, it might be sampled from something. Maybe that's why.
I still love the song as well, though.
Anyways, yeah, I love that one. She's so beautiful. And then my other obsession is, okay, so Jase found this. Did you guys know that Squishmallow, I always called it a Squishmallow, but I actually think it's a Squishmallow because I don't call it a marshmallow. I call it a marshmallow. So Squishmallow. I love Squishmallows. I have a lot of them. And they have costumes during Halloween time. They have kids' costumes, okay? But you can actually wear them. Like, they fit adults. it's pretty roomy. And yes, it doesn't go down to like my knees because I'm not a child, but it does go down like past my stomach. So then you can become a squishmallow, and I love them so much, and I've always wanted one, but they're usually very expensive. I mean, for something
They're
that I
like
don't really need.
$70
Yeah,
or something
you know,
crazy
that I'm like,
that.
I don't need this. Well, Jase came home one day, and I can't remember, I think I was having a bad day or something. I wasn't. You went and you like got stuff.
You had
for
had
me,
a
right?
rough day, and then I was running errands to pick up some stuff. Just in general, I was just doing that, and one of the places I had to go was Target. I had already got Cheez-Its because I was like, this will like cheer you up. And then I was walking through Target and getting whatever I needed to get, and there was a clearance section in the Halloween section, and I saw one of these costumes laying there. And you had tried these on like 3 times. You had tried one on
Yeah.
maybe it was 2 Halloweens ago, and
Yeah.
then also last Halloween. And you'd always said you would wanted one, but you was like, I just don't want to pay that much for one. Like, it's not
Also,
worth
I've
it.
never seen one that I really liked.
Yeah, they're
like they
always
were all kind
kinda
of ugly.
ugly.
Yeah.
So I found one, and it was 80% off. It was the only one left, and I went and scanned it, and it was, I don't know, it was like $10 or $15 or something like that. And I was like, because I know you as well. I was like, if I paid a lot for this, even if you were not having the best day, you'd be like, I don't need that.
I would go return it.
You'd
Yeah.
go return it. So I checked the price. I was like, okay, she will keep it for this price.
Yeah.
And so I brought it home, and I was holding it. She was like, what's that?
No, I was on my computer, and then Jace opens the door, and I look over and I go, "What is that?" I got up immediately. I said, "Oh!" And I was so excited, and I put it on, and I love it so much, and I become a squishmallow, and I love whenever Jace wears it because he becomes a squishmallow, and then I can just hold him, and I just can love on him, and it's so fun and soft and squishy and plushy, and this literally like made me cry afterwards because I'm obsessed with Wicked. I know you guys know I'm like actually obsessed with Wicked. I watch every time I watch it, I cry. Wicked for Good, I uncontrollably sob every single time that I've seen it. That fucking door scene, and the first 4 notes that For Good happens, like I'm just tears down my eyes. Okay, so this squishmallow that he got me actually looks like if Glinda and Elphaba had a baby. Cause it's like it's a green witch, and she even has like red lipstick on. It looks like the not Glinda and Elphaba from the movie, but Glinda and Elphaba from the Broadway playbill. Because Glinda has like that white hat, and her hair looks like bright white, and that's the color of this witch's hair. So I named her Glowphaba, and I love her. And I'm looking at her right now, and she's just so cute. I think I might put her on for the next podcast. I'm going to. What's yours?
I have
this
two.
This is a long podcast. Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
I'll keep this one fast. One was the British candy. I am so obsessed with British candy or European candy, really in general. It's just the sugar that they use is so much different than what we use, and yeah, so that's one. My second, so shout out to Emily and Darren for bringing us chocolate
Again.
because I really appreciate it. I still have some left, and then my other one is the show called I Love LA. I love Rachel Sennett. I think she's so funny, and she wrote a show and she like produced a show called I Love LA, and it's just I don't know, it's what gay and horny. I think is how I would describe that show. It's just so funny, and I'm obsessed with it. And also, there's a girl named Odessa Azion.
I love her.
I love her.
Obsessed.
I think she's so stunning, and then she's funny, and I'm obsessed with her too.
Yes.
She's gonna be in Marty Supreme, which comes out Christmas Day. Marty Supreme Christmas Day. Marty Supreme Christmas Day. If you guys get that reference,
We should be
we
friends.
should be friends.
I cannot wait to watch that movie.
Yeah, but she's in that. So I love. But if you guys liked the show like adults or overcompensating, shows like that, you would love I Love LA. It's very chaotic. It's just I find it extremely funny.
It's a very specific type of humor, I feel like. I
Yeah.
also think that if you like artsy stuff as well,
If you like the movie Bottoms,
Bottoms, yeah.
it's that sense of humor. It's
If you for some reason, also think it reminds me of The Studio.
okay, I see that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I fucking love I Love LA. So I'd highly recommend it if you guys are big TV show people. And it's on the first season right now. It's already got renewed for the second season.
And it's on HBO.
Yeah, it's awesome. So
so
we
good.
look forward to watching it like every Sunday. So
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. And once again, thank you guys so much for listening, but we'll go ahead and hit you guys with the outro. Bye!
If you'd like to support the show, you can leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to our podcast. All our information will be listed in the show notes below and on our website, fourplay.com. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we make videos and vlogs about the swinging lifestyle. Head to fourplay.com/YouTube to watch and subscribe. We have the ultimate adult party game for the sexually inclined called Foreplay the Game that's both digital and physical. It's perfect for breaking the ice and spicing up any party. You can find more information at foreplay.com/games. We also have the best swinger lifestyle, kinky, and adult humor clothing and accessories that you can find at foreplay.com/shop. If you're looking to plan a lifestyle destination, booking through our links at foreplay.com/travel really helps support the show and helps us be able to continue to create this type of content for you. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and more. You can find all our current social media accounts at foreplay.com/socials, and I have an OnlyFans, which you can find at onlyfans.com/BellaLunaVIP. We also have a Facebook group and Discord community and would love for you to join us. You can find the direct links in the show notes below. Lastly, we're on STC and Cassidy at Foreplay, and you can get a free full membership trial by using our link. You can email us at hello@foreplay.com with any questions or comments, or head to foreplay.com/ask. Again, all our information will be listed in the show notes below, and we thank you so much for listening to our podcast. See you in the next one. Bye!